too.
What do you think, neighbor?
Oh, there we go.
You're live in front of no one. See that over there? It tells you how many.
Oh, we got a pretty good picture.
Uh-huh. That is a Logitech. How you read these bags is X-Tap bolts, 1/4, 20 course, 4 inches long, hashtag or hardness 8 B21, stainless. Okay, 8 A60 is our hardness. B21, who knows? 6, so check the threads, take a whiz cap, and put it on there, and then rock it. To check the threads. These, what I'm looking for is a good fit on the thread. The one's very good. Let's see a finer thread. I didn't drop it in there. Huh. Hey, thanks for the thumbs up. I got a thumbs up. What I'm going to do is take these 2 studs out. Bye, neighbor. Put 1 on, 2 on. There you go. 2 number 10s. Number 10. Whoops. Just take that out. Pull them out. Everybody that I talk to that runs a rat say that they hate these 2 studs, so let's remove them. Hi. How's the dreaming coming along this morning? I'll check my drill bits before I screw up. 0.1835. Wasn't cleared. Go mode. 3/16. Big bottle for the same price as the little bottle. I tried going live just to try it out at the Lowe's, and then I couldn't get their internet to work. I was like, ah. And they kept on coming up to me, can I help you? Can I help you? And I'm like, I can't get your internet to work. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, but I can't get your internet to work. We'll grease in the hole before we tap it out. Come on, tap out, baby. Tap out. Shit, they're already there. Grab a quarter tap and go. Don't even have to drill it, just straight to a quarter tap. Thanks for the other thumbs up. I appreciate that. Back, forward, back, forward. Nice and deep. Then, and there. Once more. One done. We go 7A. We definitely don't want to throw 7A. Will! What's up, Will? Right? The employees couldn't help me. I was trying to show everybody where to buy the studs for this repair. I'm going from M6 to quarter, straight tap to stainless. Okay, back it off, bring it forward, back it off, bring it forward, just cutting the bottom threads. And I'm doing that. That is that. Let's make sure it fits on there. Looks like I could have went with a lot smaller than that size. That was nice though. Has to be cleaned out. It was like, yeah. Cover your eyes. The carpet's pulling out of there. More Windex. More Windex. He's streak. Okay, now let's throw in those threads. We could do 3-inch easy. That's a 4. So 3 would be fine. See how nicely they fit? Well, not nicely. Let's try. Get a little pressure in there. pushing the stuff out. Okay. Seven sixteenths or 11 millimeter. One more pop. Okay. They make them, if you want it even harder, this is $2.50, so these are $1.25 each, but you could go all the way up to a 12. If you go to Ace Hardware, they'll have these toolboxes that are locked, and they're the really fine bolts from when America used to make bolts and nuts. It looks like a 4 make 2 studs, though. Pop, pop, pop. That was not popping. There you go. One stud repair. You could use a hacksaw. You could use a grinder with a steel cutting wheel like these. You could use the scroll saw. You could use anything to cut it. Hacksaw would be slow, especially if you bought the 12s, though. Woo! 12 is some hard stuff if you ever tried to cut 12 grade studs or bolts and nuts. They's hard. Hope I'm not cutting too short. I can tell how hard they are by how hard it is to cut with a bandsaw. The portaband, this is called a portaband. The slower I cut, the better. On stainless. And on the end of the thing to make it less goober on the middle. Yep. Pretty hot. Ha 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 ha. So a couple of whiz nuts and lock wasps. Let's do the whiz nuts or the whiz nuts first. That's the smallest one I got right there. Tappa, tappa, tappa. Oh, tappa, tappa, tappa. Couple of whiz nuts. Oh, it looks like these nuts first. And to clean up the threads, we'll just grind it if we have to. A lot of times I'll put a nut on there, and the nut will take any of this cuttings off. No, it's going to have to be filed a little bit, I think. Fine file. whiz nuts on the back. And it's ready to install. A 1/4 inch. For your bro, my bro, my bromance. Gasbike bromance. There we go. New studs. I could have done 5/16, but quarter and the hardest thing you got, and you don't even have to drill it. I thought I'd have to drill it, but I guess you do not have to drill to upgrade from M6 to 1/4. Bit really nice on the thread, should hold really good. I could have went up to a higher grade bolt. Those are $1.25 each, and I could have went to a smaller length. I could have went down to, I picked a 4. I could have done a 3 or a 3.5. 3. They make studs like this at Home Depot that are 1/4, 5/16, 3/8. Even have metric, but I just like bolts because I can screw them in first and cut them off. Let's check our crosstalk. Let's check our case pressure. Good compression. Good for sealed case. Nice and sealed. Hey, yeah, guys, there we go. 1 stud repair, air compression check. Check the compression by turning it and seeing how much it takes to turn the crank, and it's got a shut off. And my thumb indicator says a shitload. That's my thumb indicator. By pushing the piston up and not burning it, we're creating a compression. I want to talk about blowdown. I know it's way off the subject, but these angles, you want them a little less than 45. This angle, you want a little less than 45. When we're adjusting blowdown, if you cut the skirt, it's the same as moving the intake. You got to think dyslexic here, and I'll try and explain my dyslexic thought to you. But if you're lowering your skirt or raising your skirt, you're making it open sooner. So what you're basically doing is moving the intake by just cutting the piston. It's not what I like, and that's what most other builders do. Most other builders don't go to this extreme I do to raise and lower the cylinder. I don't adjust blowdown like that, but when people talk about blowdown, I just wanted to talk about the piston. It means that they're skirting this to make it open earlier, meaning it's like moving it's like moving this without having to move that. If you cut your piston, you're essentially moving this. You can't move that because, you know, why people do this is because somebody told them they can never move the height in or up or down. But then they talk about, oh, use 2 base gaskets, use that. They don't understand that they're moving it, but they're moving the exhaust at the same time. So they're keeping their space in between the intake and the exhaust the same. But then they're having to adjust blowdown on the piston. Oh, here we go. Question. Instead of me just rambling, what's our question, Will? Greasing the clutch. Great question, Will. No, never grease your clutch from this hole. Don't ever. I know a lot of guys that they'll put their grease gun right there and no, what you're doing is you're pushing your bearings out. You don't want to push your bearings out. Where you want your grease is inside this spring, not sloppily here, not in between here. You want it all in the grease, and they have two little cutouts in here that's supposed to push the grease out and onto the spring. You always want to grease from this hole. You want to fill the grease in through the hole, and then the bucking arm and the ball pushes it out into the spring. Yeah, you never want to hook a grease gun up to here. Trust me, I've done it, and I've blown out. Not this one, because this one will never go out, but you blow this one over here that comes out on the sprocket side. And I had somebody that spun one and made a big giant indent, and he was like, I guess I gotta throw the engine away. I was like, no, send it to me. And he's like, well, you can't fix that. And I'm like, a clutch is $20, dude. Oh, he had it on the case or on the thing, and I was on here, right down here, and it busted out here. And I was like, just cut a bigger woodruff key and buy a bigger woodruff key. And right on your sprocket, if you buy a rat, gear, it's bigger. It's already cut bigger for the when you spin the woodruff key, you want to replace it with a rat sprocket and cut a bigger woodruff. I did it. I blasted the oil out. Every builder I know. What's funny is every builder makes the exact same mistakes unless somebody catches them before they do it. Every mistake I made, you'll make also, usually. Like filling that up, you'll do that. And then there's all the same mistakes that everyone always makes that are the exact same mistake. And then the exact same, I want the same things. I want a gas tank frame. I want a large pipe. I want a better carburetor. This is all stuff that we've all done. But hey, the lawnmower guys are here, so I'm going to end the show here before it gets loud. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, please subscribe. I'll talk to you later, Will. Thanks for hitting me up on my show. I'll be on later. Thanks, guys.